Yama, Yamanda, Yamagaru, Wagan, Dagan, Bawa, Malaya. In my father's language, Kamilaroi language, this means hello, welcome, aunties, uncles, brothers, sisters and friends. I'd like to pay my respects to the traditional custodians of the land. Currently, I'm sitting on the Darug land. Wherever you are, whatever country you're sitting on, we must remember that under the concrete and the asphalt, this always was and always will be Aboriginal land. We remember the reasons why we're servicing the young people, and more importantly, that we acknowledge that they are the future of tomorrow.
For 150 years, Marists have kept faith with the invitation that was extended to them by Archbishop John Bede Polding to come to Australia and to begin the Marist Mission, evangelising and educating young people. The Marists' favoured place for making Jesus Christ known and loved has been in schools, and we are still committed to that, and that's where so much of the Marist mission happens.
My understanding of being a Marist is very fundamentally connected to what it means to have a relationship with someone. The reason I went into education was that I wanted to see a world that was different. I think the work that I've thrown myself into is creating other people to really go out and to do that amazing mission work.
Our work has also changed and evolved. Today, Marist180 is a Marist agency that really cares for the most disadvantaged.
Marcellin had a special affinity for the orphans of society. So beyond the schoolyard, beyond the classroom, he also supported young people who had no place to call home, who were homeless. And that care and concern for the orphans of his day, who are the orphans in Australian society today, and that's our client cohort that we work with. So we are reaching out in the same way Champagne did.
Unfortunately, there's services like ours that are needed. But if you flip that, the unfortunate becomes a fortunate for us, because the wonderful work that we do and we achieve means that these children are no longer homeless, they're no longer vulnerable, they're no longer in need of a place to call home, and more importantly, we give them a safe space to live and breathe and just relax, and more importantly, achieve the goals that they want to achieve.
What we're doing is changing the paradigm for people in the Australian community who have a range of barriers to be able to live their best lives. That's what we do in and day out with young people, and those young at heart, is to do that 180 for them and with them.
At the end of the day, I believe in what we're trying to achieve. I believe in our core business, I believe in our core values, and more importantly, culture is a big part of that.
We're also aware that there are enormous needs offshore, and so we have a community of brothers in Cambodia, and we have a school there, the Lavala School, which was established over 20 years ago, and that does more than just teach the young people there. It helps them adapt to a world where they are not seen as being valuable. We also assist offshore through Australian Marist Solidarity that provides funds for programs, developments, aid work across the Asia-Pacific area. We know we've educated young people for 150 years, but actually to bring them into the family so that when they leave school, their Marist identity helps to illuminate their own faith and their own life journey. And Marist Youth Ministry operates in the schools, especially through the program in Australia that we call Game Changers, but also outside schools. So there's a whole youth ministry program for post-school youth.
When I started working here at Marist College, I was very much drawn to the charism, and then over the years I have developed this relationship with Jesus through Mary with the way that St Marcelin did.
The Marist Association of St Marcelin Champagne really has two facets. One is the family, informal, familial structures, and that is there are people who gather together to pray, to work, to encourage one another. There's also the management dimension of it, the formal company, the Marist Association of St Marcelin Champagne. We have a board, we have a governance by the trustees, and we have officers of the company.
I think that's one of the benefits of being part of the association here is like-minded people can actually share what's going on in their heads, but then also whether it's to pray or to talk or to go out for dinner, they're the kind of things that we're looking at. So we're looking at relationship and we're looking at community.
One of the priorities for us Marists is excellent formation opportunities.
We see formation going beyond just the school ministry. It's a bigger mission. It supports Marist180, it supports Marist Youth Ministry, and it supports volunteers. It provides a framework and a formation for a whole variety of people, and it provides spiritual nourishment and formation for Marist Association members in a very specific and real way.
What is going to be the most effective ways that if Marist talk about bringing Christ's life to birth, how do we do it in a meaningful way for people that it really matters to their life and it can help shape and build communities in a way that's not only unique to us as Marist, but is a real gift to the church.
It was 17 years ago that I began work here, and I came from a corporate environment, so it was a very different world. I was looking for a job that would give me meaning. So here I was able to participate in exactly what it was that I believed. I felt like it was home. I thought, you're coming into an environment that actually lives what its values are.
And we see ourselves as very much part of the broader church. This is not just a small group to the side, but this is part of church life. This is an expression of church. And the charism of Marcelin is being lived out in that sense.
And so there's an appropriateness that at the end of this sesquicentenary year, the province of Australia comes to an end. And we start something new. We're going to join with the District of the Pacific, and we're going to form the Star of the Sea province. The name is one that I love. It speaks of the pivotal role of Mary as our guide. And it also talks about the sea as that which unites us all, because we're on 11 different countries and all of them islands. And we also respond to what Pope Francis says, that we are all sisters and brothers beyond our nationalities and our countries. The Marist Association, I believe, is the future of Marist Mission in Australia. So I am really excited about what is to come in the years ahead.